In 2022, the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the united backlash by NATO member states disrupted the Russian energy sector. However, expedited efforts to divest from Russian fossil fuels have had particularly painful consequences for Germany's energy needs and goals for emission reduction. Christian von Soos from the German Institute for Global and Area Studies says that the sudden shift away from Russian energy was an abrupt shock.
From September on, it's zero, for Russia. So now Norway provides 42%. That shows you how dramatic this shift in gas supply was to Germany within, I'd say, a month actually after the invasion. And I guess that's both a surprise for Russia, but also for Germany how fast it was possible to really shift gears and change. And that came or has come at a very high cost, of course.
In addition to renewable energy, Germany has turned to untapped fossil fuels in poor countries, specifically in some African nations. Deborah Ramelope, head of climate analysis at Climate Analytics, says the long-term human cost of climate change will be devastating, and German-sponsored fossil fuel extraction in Sub-Saharan Africa will take an immediate toll.
And further investments in fossil fuels is likely to continue the debt burden that the countries are currently experiencing from expensive fossil fuel infrastructure. So it's just a good formula basically to worsen poverty levels, I think, in the region, and to continue dependence on international aid.
Officials point to the Global Shield against climate risks as evidence of Germany's commitment to developing countries at risk of climate catastrophe. Global Shield is an initiative led by the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development. The initiative provides financial protections for vulnerable countries after loss and damages brought on by climate change, like extreme weather and rising sea levels. Martin Kipping is head of the Division for Climate Policy at the ministry.
We're seeing tragically more and more impacts of climate change, of the climate crisis, as we should actually call it, and developing countries, in particular those who have contributed least to climate change, up to they are suffering most.
Dr. Reinhard Knopf, head of the environmental advocacy group Germany Climate Alliance Against LNGs, doesn't believe Germany is fulfilling its obligations because of a sense of ambivalence.
Europe is not interested in the global south. We did see it in the summer when Europe brought up all the LNG on the market, and even the LNG that wasn't on the market, like from Pakistan.
For Planet Forward, Rashida Sharee and Dante Nieto.